Hey, what's good everyone? Hope you're having a fantastic day, and for this video we're going to be talking about why every e-commerce brand needs a Google Ads strategy. Now, this does not mean that you need to go out today, create a Google Ads campaign, start running, get it to your product page, and start making sales. I would only recommend you do that after you do some research, after you figure out your market's desire and what your product actually solves, and make sure that your landing page is optimized and that your tracking is in place. Now, let's just go through this. Your brand, that's number one. What is your brand? What is the market? What is the desire that you're trying to sell? What does the product do? How does the product make someone feel? These are the questions that you need to be asking before you even do any advertising. It doesn't matter if you're doing Facebook, Google, Pinterest, direct mail, etc. You need to figure out what the desire is, and then from there, everything starts falling into place after you figure out the desire. So, let's talk about strategy. So let's just say you are having low to no sales, right? So ideally, this is worst case scenario, but if the campaign really needs to be shut off, it needs to be shut off. Don't wait and let it hemorrhage money from your bank account. Don't do that, especially in today's day and age. However, what you can do is you can start doing the campaign for the right objectives. You can start by doing a standard shopping campaign. You can get rid of the PMAX because you don't really need it to start off. You can then look at optimizing your product display page. You can look at bundling. You can look at your email marketing. How is that doing? And ideally, you have optimized it for high purchase, high intent keywords where these people are actively looking to buy said product from you and not look at information. And also with the right objectives, you also need to understand that some people, when they post screenshots, are showcasing only branded campaign searches. So what does branded campaign searches? Let's just say my company name was Athena, and we only bidded on Athena. So whenever someone would look up Athena, our products would be there and people would buy because they specifically looked for us. And so of course their ROAS is good. I would rather see a non-branded campaign rather than a branded campaign, because the branded campaign should be very, very profitable for you. Now, on to the next one. Low to no quality traffic. As my job as a Google Ads specialist, my job is to generate you qualified, or not qualified, but quality traffic to your brand. My goal is to weed out all the people who would just click on your ad and not do anything. My goal is to obviously then convert those people into buyers. How I do that is through keywords. I do that through headlines. I do that through body. I do that through description, with copywriting. And that should be your job if you do not have a Google Ads person. If you are looking for a Google Ads person, website will be in the description. So, how do you solve the low to no quality traffic for your brand, for your website, right? You need to be optimizing your campaign for the data coming in. What does that mean? Well, if you are getting keywords that don't make any sense, they're too broad, they're too wishy-washy, they're too very information-based, you really want to optimize it for high-intent purposes. I would rather you have buy black shoes now versus what are the materials used made in leather black shoes, for example. It will be heavily brand dependent. So, for example, some people, they will only want to be talking about leather versus, ours is pure cotton or polyester. Whatever it is, you know your brand better than anyone else. What is it that you actually want people to be searching for? Again, that's just the Google Ads keywords. Is don't make it too complicated. Don't make it too unnecessary, convoluted, that you're just like, what are people actually searching for when it comes to my product? Trust me, Google will tell you if it's low intent for the number of people. Now, last one is wasting money. So this is a big one. Again, if your campaigns are seriously unprofitable and you are losing money, that is okay as long as you had prior to said, this is money to burn. Sometimes in Google Ads, especially if you're brand new, sometimes you have to let the money light on fire so that you can collect valuable data that you can then say, okay, I now know exactly what my target market is. I know exactly what my ad copy winning headline is. I know exactly what the landing page design that is actually crushing it versus the B test where it's not doing so hot. So you go from wasting money to actually scaling or growing the business. And from there, once you scaled Google Ads, then you can start looking at other marketing channels. For example, Facebook going into cold audiences. You can go into Pinterest. You can go into Amazon ads. You can go into Bing ads. Anything that can diversify your portfolio of marketing channels will do leaps and bounds, because one of these days, when Meta is down, you'll want to come back to Google Ads, because Google Ads, if you are only running on Meta, that is bad news, because sometimes Facebook will throttle you. And the same is said for Google, which is why you need to have both going at the same time, preferably. But that's really all for today. I really think that every e-commerce brand needs to at least think about Google Ads. You don't necessarily need to run them, but you definitely need to be thinking about them as an acquisition channel for new customers, because at the end of the day, businesses survive and thrive off of new and repeat customers. So I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.